Andrew brings up a good point. He says, Junior, you need the car towel. The towel that you carry around in your car, you put it under the driver's seat, and you'll find many uses for it. You change it out every 2 weeks. You take out your car towel, like a hand towel size, right? Yeah. You're not a full size. But yeah, that's the truth. If you ever carry like shop towels or paper towels in your car, you'll find all kinds of uses for them. Particularly now, Junior, that you have a kid, always kids make messes and so on. You should have a dedicated towel or paper towel roll for your car.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. Always be prepared. I'm surprised you don't have that, Giorgio, with a truck.
Yeah, usually I do have some sort of... Usually it's the roll of paper towels, but it's not in there now.
It's better than the when you have to grab for the T-shirt. And it'll be a T-shirt that someone has given you or you got free at an event or something like that. And it hasn't been washed yet, so it has no absorbency.
Yeah.
That's the worst, trying to clean something up with that. We had a Jason Kidd moment that veered into fake Jason Kidd. P1J sent me this. Someone asked Jason Kidd something about and used the term dress rehearsal, which sent Jason into this quote, I don't know if we can call it a dress rehearsal, but for those who do dress, guys that are in the rotation, hopefully we can get their minutes up like in the 20s. So he took it a different way.
Most definitely.
I don't know what that was from. Or maybe it was from a different thing. Somebody acting
Halloween
like Jason
costumes
Kidd. I don't know.
Or something.
Insanity as you see Taylor Swift watching football with Bernie Kosar.
I didn't even notice Bernie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess that was at somebody's house before they went to the game, and then
that is crazy making.
Did you ever think you'd see that?
No.
Taylor Swift and Bernie Kosar enjoying football together.
I have some Taylor Swift watching football HSOs that I will share at 8:15 this morning.
Uh-oh.
Can't wait.
You're going to be policing women's enthusiasm?
Yes, 8:15 I am.
Because Mahomes' wife is a lot, too.
Dude.
What?
I don't
Did you
understand
not watch
you
Quarterback?
guys.
The documentary?
You're allowed to cheer for people that you love.
8:15.
If you had a loved one that's in a game, like would you cheer for your boys when you were watching your boys playing? Okay.
It's not that they're... I don't want to get into it now because we're short on time and I want to save it for 8:15, but I'm just going to say this. It's not that she's cheering. It's how she's cheering.
Yes.
That is policing the way
it's not.
Women cheer.
No, it's
See
not.
the way
You
I
can't
broadened
say
it
that.
out to attack you?
You can't
I didn't make
say
it
that.
about Taylor Swift. I made it about women.
You can't say that until you hear me explain at 8:15.
Yes, I can. I don't have to listen to people like you.
Oh, gosh.
Because I know what you're going to say. Anyway, so congratulations. She tweeted out that pic. That's a weird thumbs up she's giving. Is this the way she always does it in her photos?
Thumbs up.
No, you're policing how she gives a thumbs up.
Dang it, you got me.
Jeez.
I'm not allowed to do that. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'd like to apologize. What I did a little bit earlier today is against my core values and against
You're fine.
my mission statement.
Are we ever going to tell the I'm so sorry story?
No, we just need to bury that one. So weird. So sorry. Okay. Before I get to exactly why the Rangers won last night, I still don't get how they can immediately tell you what kind of pitch it was. How do they do that again?
Well, they know.
Hot dog.
I'm with you. It's amazing to me still, but they know what the pitcher throws, so they know his 4 pitches or his 3 pitches, and they can identify it by the movement. You know, if you have time which they don't, you can tell on the grip on slow motion. Or it's amazing to me.
But it pops up there immediately. What kind of pitch they threw?
I guess it's AI that can tell by the movement of the pitch, the speed.
It's on StatCast. So in the booth, they're seeing it right on the screen. It's artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
That's why you can get immediately how long the home run was, things like that.
So AI is telling us what kind of pitch was thrown.
And I think it's based on, they know his repertoire, the speed, and the movement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how many different kinds of major league pitches are there? I guess it doesn't even major league pitches. Baseball pitches are there? Is it like 12, 15?
I was going to say somewhere in there. Fastball. Well, there's 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball. There's curveball. There's slider. There's changeup. There's splitter. There's knuckle curve.
Cutter.
There's knuckleball.
Yeah, what's a cutter?
There's
Is that a slider?
Have we said
Fastball?
cutter?
Yeah.
Cutter. There's ephus pitch. That's 10. We're probably missing 2 or 3 in there somewhere.
So when was the last time a new pitch came out in baseball? Somebody invented a new pitch.
That's a good one. I don't know what to tell you on that one.
The slurve, the slider curve,
The sweeper is the latest pitch.
the sweeper.
Yeah, that's come into vogue
what's
the
the
last
sweeper?
year or so.
One
It's
that-
basically a curve slider combination.
Yeah, it starts. It just kind of sweeps
Yeah.
across the plate.
And that's different than a
You
slur.
think it's coming in inside, but it ends up on the outside
Just new
corner. It sweeps
terminology.
across.
New terminology, but did it have an older name, or is that
Maybe the slurve.
the slurve? Because I never hear people talking about the slurve. That's a funny word, the slurve. And so the Astros, they're not advertising OxyContin. What is it that they're advertising?
I haven't looked up what Oxy is.
Is it OxyClean?
Is it energy?
Probably if it's Houston.
It doesn't look like the logo for OxyClean that you use in your laundry. Maybe it is OxyContin.
It's short for Occidental Petroleum,
Yeah.
energy company in Houston.
Okay, well, are you doing that well advertising your business when no one knows what it stands for?
Did you ask about it though?
I guess in
noticed
Houston they know.
Yeah.
Like here, if the Rangers wore a ticket patch, no one in Houston would know what the ticket is, but everybody
but
here would.
It'd say sports radio up under it.
That'd be awfully small lettering.
Yeah, very small lettering. I thought it was, as we talked a little bit about the very controversial game before last, when Garcia hits the home run and they get into the scuffle, benches, dugouts clear, and all that. The most childish part of all that was when Dusty Baker wouldn't leave. Why was he still sitting out there when they asked him to leave? I don't understand that.
Again, a lot of people believe he was trying to ice Leclerc. The longer
Make it
that
a bigger delay.
yeah,
the
longer it went.
And I was under the impression that he didn't understand that he had been kicked out. That's what I thought at the time.
No, he knew he was just getting his money's worth and telling them how wrong they were.
How does that not get you in more trouble?
You've already been kicked out, so you can't get in much more trouble.
Well, it seems like you could, the team could get penalized and you forfeit the game. This is another thing that I had a question about, is why are they called runs in baseball and never referred to as points? Do we ever refer to them as points?
No. That is maybe the worst baseball mistake you could make, is that the Rangers scored 9 points
We need
last
more
night.
points.
9 points. But yet they did. We referred to points in all the other sports. Well, you say goals
In hockey
in
and
hockey.
soccer.
And is it ever referred to as points?
No.
No.
You never say the Stars had 3. Well, a
Goals and
player
assists
can
are
have
points.
points, yeah.
Goals and assists are points. Are there any?
That's an individual total, but you never say the Stars scored 3 points last night. You get points in the standings, but just game score.
Mm-hmm.
Or FC Dallas scored 2 points last night. You don't say that.
Okay. I don't know. It just seemed weird to me that why do we call them runs? And
why they
if
call
we
them
if we
runs.
made them points, then you could have something like Dusty Baker refusing to leave the field, and then they get a 1 point either deduction, or the other team gets awarded a point. See, we should switch to the point system.
Okay, yeah, you
and give the
convinced
umps
me.
a lot more power that way. And then how did you think the play-by-play guy did with his fake voice last game?
I thought he dialed it back last night.
He started dialing back the S's.
Yeah, I didn't notice as many S's. Now, he had a couple of real bottom-out moments that were very fake, I thought. Yeah. They seem to be a great ninth-inning team. He does that a lot, but he really dialed back the S's. I texted Gordo Friday because during the game, Joe Davis, what did he say? Let me find this. He said, 6 pitchers in 2 days.
They've had 6 pitchers in 2 days.
6 pitchers in 2 days. It was so exaggerated.
He gets so drunk on the sound of his own voice. It is so crazy.
And then Gordo responded to that text by sending me a picture of Jaron Vandersloot.
Oh, it was Buddy.
That was an accident.
That's his guy.
That was a butt dial. That was a butt text.
No surprise there.
Okay, why the Rangers won last night? I told you guys this, that because the Rangers been making this big playoff run, I thought, well, I'll start tuning into baseball. And I didn't see what the big deal about this Rangers team was, because every time I tuned in, they lost. They're always losing games.
Right.
I tuned into 3 games, they lost every single one of them.
Nothing like your anecdotal sports opinions. But,
and so then last night I forgot they were playing. Didn't watch.
Oh,
what
you
happened?
didn't?
And what happened?
Well, you missed a great game from the Rangers standpoint.
So don't watch tonight,
And
I guess.
who won? The Rangers. So that means that whenever I watch the game, they lose. And when I don't watch, they win.
But yet you need to watch for work tonight.
Yes.
That's all we'll be talking about.
But if I
tomorrow.
watch and then they lose, everyone's going to be, this is how stupid we are. Everyone will be mad at me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they feel like somehow me watching, I control the baseball universe.
Yes.
Yet at the same time, those people will call me a baseball idiot. So this baseball idiot will control the baseball universe for them.
Yep.
That's how powerful of an idiot I am.
I don't think you single-handedly control the baseball universe, but I do think you tuning in or not tuning in adds to the overall energy and karma of the thing.
How?
I don't know.
It just does.
Explain the mechanism to me.
I can't.
Well, I can't wait for tonight. I'm really going to watch this game hard.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's going to
All
go
right.
really well for the Rangers.
All right, thanks. That's the ODEC. Here's Gordo.
Oh, I had fun this weekend watching my Kansas City Chiefs. I'm really a big fan of them now because my favorite singer is going out with one of the guys that's on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not sure which one she's going out with, but Taylor really loves one of them. So I've been watching all the games, hoping to catch a shot of her.
Said about 20 million new NFL fans.
What's wrong with that? We welcome
Great.
new
It's awesome.
fans of the game, don't we?
Perfect.
So Taylor was watching the game with Brittany Mahomes. Did you see their high five handshake?
Do they really need a high five routine?
Guys, high five and fist bump and chest bump and do all that stuff.
8:15. I will have scorching hot HSOs.
All I ask is that you just apply the Gordo test. If you reverse the genders, do you still have as much of a problem with it? That's all I ask.
And you'll have your answer, and it'll probably be more than you can handle at 8:15.
Ooh, interesting. I like that tease. It's going to be more than I can handle at 8:15. Brittany Mahomes had her kids with her cheer on her husband, Patrick. What do you think about those kids' names?
What are they?
I know them offhand.
Sterling and Bronze.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yes. Those are strong names, right? Sterling is the daughter, and Bronze is the 11-month-old son.
I like
Bronze
Sterling.
Mahomes.
Yeah, I knew a girl named Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling's a cool name for.
I don't know that I've ever known a guy named Bronze, though.
No.
I've known Bronny.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine, Bronny. I think his dad played in the league. Yeah, so Sterling and Bronze. And Sterling's middle name is Sky. Sterling Sky. Sterling Sky Mahomes.
Does Bronze?
Well, she sounds like she'd be a badass international super spy when she grows up.
Does Bronze develop a complex growing up because he's the third place medal? Like they didn't name him
gold or silver. Went with bronze. What if he's going to have that weird voice like his dad?
His dad does have a.
I know. I need to
voice.
listen to his voice some more because you ought to be able to imitate him, George.
Yeah,
you
we've
have
done some
more of a
half-baked
Muppet
ones.
voice than anybody.
Thank you for
And
knowing
once
that.
again,
Thank
though,
you
I
so
want to make
much.
sure
Thank
that
you.
No disrespect.
No disrespect.
But you have been said to have a Frank Oz type voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Mahomes definitely does.
And I have more of a Jim Henson.
Laughing along with it.
There you go. Okay, there we go. Yeah,
quit directing me. Stop it.
Speaking of kids' names, did you hear Michael Irvin talk about his son?
The one that he said he's going to kiss on the mouth when he dropped him off at college?
You know, I'm not sure if that's the same son. How many kids does Michael Irvin have?
A few. 5?
That was my guess.
I think he has 5.
Well, he was commenting about his son, who I guess is now a hip-hop artist. And when we saw him, when he was at the quarterback bowl, the kid was like 6 years old.
Yeah.
Something like that. Matter of fact, I wrote about it in a column one time about Father's Day, I think it was, about Michael Irvin and his son. So I don't know if this is the same son, but he was talking about his son's rap career, and he says, I got a son, he raps. His rap name is Tut Tarantino. If I had given you a million guesses what Michael Irvin's son's name was,
Tut
Tarantino.
I love it.
And Michael says, if you ever listen to some of his raps, I'm like, oh my God, where does this come from, son? You grew up in a gated community your whole life. But his son, I guess, is rapping about the mean streets and how hard it was and all that. He's released 2 albums to date, Tarantino World and Free Brack Part 1. Free Brack Part 1.
Looks like there's some use of weapons in one of these videos here.
Yeah, there's... Once again, this is a guy who grew up in a gated community. And his latest singles include Jokes Up, First, and this sounds like he may be a ticket listener, Whip Work. I'm at a beaten down job. And Michael went on to say he's rapping My Life because Michael did actually grow up poor. Yeah. He's rapping My Life because we romanticize and fantasize about that old thug life, ghetto life, and all that stuff when we used to work to get away from it. Now we've gotten to a place somehow that we're running back towards it in the music, in everything. Anyway, that was Michael's comments about it, but he was laughing about his son's rap persona. Tut Tarantino.
Yeah,
we need to check out his music.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there you go. Stream it on Spotify or somewhere near you, a streaming service near you, or buy his merch. Maybe he puts it out on vinyl. Maybe. Is that a big thing in hip-hop communities, the way it is in the Americana community, to put something out on vinyl?
Yeah, I don't know.
I wish we knew.
I wish we knew.
North Texas has scored a huge victory in bagels. You ever heard of Starship Bagel?
No.
It's a funny name for a bagel shop. Starship Bagel. But they opened a storefront in Louisville in 2021, and they expanded to a second location in downtown Dallas. But they've been winning lots of awards because in June, Starship Bagel was the only Texas company to make Bon Appetit's magazine list of the very best bagels in the U.S. outside of New York.
Okay.
And then they had Bagel Fest. And they placed in 5 separate competitions in Bagel Fest.
That doesn't
sound...
So
they dominated it. And they won, I think, Best Bagel.
Does Bagel Fest sound like a fun day?
It's a huge party. It is so fun. What do you mean day? Weekend.
Oh,
buddy.
Is it?
Weekend. They won first place in the Best Bagel category. Not a place from New York, but a place from right here.
Okay.
You ever been that big of a bagel guy?
Yeah, I like a good bagel.
Right there.
Don't they? I mean, and no offense to bagels.
I think you need to toast them. I think just the bagel that's just room temperature is just kind of But toasted? Not toasted?
Okay, safe space, and once again, God bless Starship Bagel. I've never had their bagels. I'm sure they're fantastic. But aren't bagels just basically a cream cheese delivery system?
I guess they can be.
I mean, isn't it just the chewy cardboard up under the good cream cheese?
That's why you got to toast them.
And
I agree that they're better toasted. I agree.
And no, I disagree with you, Gordo, because I've had some blueberry bagels and chocolate chip bagels that are great.
But those are tricked up bagels.
Yes.
I'm all for adding things to something that is pretty much unspectacular without them.
You're right. A plain bagel, though, like cardboard.
Yeah. And make it very clear. This is all very positive talk we're giving
We
you
love
right
Starship.
Now. Yes.
And all bagel manufacturers.
That's right. That's right. This is inclusive of all manufacturers of bagel products. But it is really kind of a spare food item that people go crazy over that probably means that we just aren't in the know about it. Anytime enough people love something and you're like, I don't get the deal with it, it means that you're probably lacking some information or exposure to it in a way that you
maybe you haven't had
need.
the one from the really, the good shop that has the best bagels.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Maybe if you load it up with butter.
Rip them for 5 minutes and then say, but hey, maybe I'm missing something.
Maybe I'm missing something. I mean, that's always possible.
That's what he does.
Or you put some frosting on it. Like if you put cake frosting on it, that may be good.
Cake frosting.
Yeah. And then, you know what would be a good bagel? Put cake frosting on it, like icing on it. And then like switch out the bagel for like more of a cake product. Now that's a bagel.
Okay.
I could get behind that bagel.
Breakfast.
Once again, sticking with kids, this time an unfortunate story out of Tennessee where the chief of police of Nashville, his son is wanted for shooting 2 police officers.
Saw that.
Oh, no.
What happened there?
Outside a Dollar General store. I don't know, but he had a struggle. He was wanted for, I think, a stolen car, and these 2 officers confronted him, and during the struggle, he shot the 2 of them with a handgun, one in the shoulder and one in the groin and forearm. John C. Drake Jr. is his name, 38-year-old. He's still on the run right now. But the police chief there in Nashville says that despite my efforts and guidance in the early and teenage years, my son, John Drake Jr., now 38 years old, resorted to years of criminal activity and is a convicted felon. He now needs to be found and held accountable for his actions. What a tough spot.
Yeah.
Michigan State is apologizing.
Again?
For their football team?
Yeah, they should.
Pretty bad, pal.
No, for Hitler, George.
Oh, I saw this. Why would you put that on as a trivia question in your pregame show?
It was a pregame
9
trivia video that showed an image of on the stadium scoreboard before their game against Michigan, which the Spartans lost that game 49-0.
They're terrible.
But I'm looking at this picture of the stadium with Hitler on the scoreboard, and there's hardly anyone there.
It's been
It must have been
year.
really early on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
before the game.
Or maybe this is right before kickoff. If that's right before kickoff, that's horrible. Horrible attendance. But yeah, it was a trivia question asking about this man's home country.
Did it say, where was this man born?
Maybe so. Maybe that was it.
Is that a trick question? Was he born in Tennessee or something?
Yeah.
Was Hitler born in Tennessee?
No,
That's a
George,
trick question.
he was not born in Tennessee.
Hey,
You
Come on, it's
knew
Monday, don't
that there
yell
was
at
no
me.
chance that Hitler was born in Tennessee. You knew it. Deep in your plums, you knew
okay,
it.
I just threw out a state. Could have been anywhere.
I think he was born in Austria, wasn't he?
Correct.
I'm guessing. I want to make it very
Boy, you
clear
knew that pretty
I'm
quickly.
completely guessing. Anyway, the university issued a statement. MSU is aware that inappropriate content by a third-party source was displayed on the so-called video board prior to the start of possibly tonight's football game. We are deeply sorry for the content that was potentially displayed, and this is not representative of
our core values,
our institutional values.
Okay.
Yes.
Even better.
MSU will not be using the third-party source going forward in the future of yesterday's tomorrows, and will implement stronger screening and approval procedures for all video board content in the future.
Yeah, this was bad, but it could have been worse. They could have showed the
then Castellanos hit a home run right in the middle of their statement.
They could have showed the Hitler bit where they told him Michigan was having an undefeated season. Their rival.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
He's taking off his glasses.
I don't think the solution to this is they just did the wrong Hitler content.
No, I'm saying
the solution is don't do any Hitler
I'm saying
content.
It could have been worse. That's what I'm saying.
Jeez, man. Come on, man. Are adults going to dress up for Halloween this year?
Nope.
2/3 of Americans, I'm assuming this means adult Americans, say that they are not dressing up. It's losing popularity.
That message needs to get to my wife.
Oh, really? She likes the costume
and
party?
is she trying to rope you in?
Oh, she's trying to get y'all to dress up as you take her?
Yeah, this is our first time to take our daughter trick-or-treating, and she wants us to dress up with her.
What are y'all going to do, Squid Games? You going to dress up as Squid Games?
No.
Or Squid Game? Is it singular or plural?
I don't know.
Isn't it better for the pictures if the mom and the daughter are dressed up, but the dad just kind of wears his normal thing?
Yeah, Dad is on the tech crew. He should dress in all black and just do the photos and so on and move scenery and things like that.
Like I used to do with the rolling cooler. Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm the roadie.
You're the roadie. They're the band. They're the entertainment. So what is she dressing up as? They floated ideas yet?
Taylor Swift?
No, I think she's.
You got to go as Brittany Mahomes, and she goes as Taylor Swift.
My wife or our daughter?
Your wife.
What's she going to be?
Yeah.
She told me. I forgot. I kind of went in one ear and out the other.
Sexy nun? Is that in the mix?
No, I don't think it's
brother.
anything like that.
Sexy exorcist? Why can't guys do that? We can't just add sexy to any sort of costume and it'd be legit.
No.
But women can always get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's losing its luster.
Losing its luster, Craig. And Shania Ali, a doctor who writes for Psychology Today, says that whether someone loves Halloween or hates it can often be a sign of something deeper. That it is a sign of something deeper. But, she said that their upbringing may be of a family that didn't really take part in Halloween. Or has a religion that has strong beliefs against Halloween. Or financial cost of Halloween that they grew up in. They had a family that didn't have a lot of disposable income. George,
how about now that I want to pay $49.99 for some spare costume that they're going to wear one time? How about that?
It's fun, right? Halloween's fun.
Sure.
I like Halloween.
Yes.
You overrate it, but yeah.
I don't overrate it.
Yeah, you do.
It's the best holiday outside of Christmas.
He just did it.
No,
overrated it. It's about 8th.
Nope. Now, those two are the... Even Jesus says that Halloween and Christmas are neck and neck.
It's behind Hot Dog and Tight End Day.
What?
Which was yesterday, I think.
Tight End Day was yesterday. Barbara Ann Hawkins of... Wow, I didn't realize they changed their name again. The Dixie Cups is 80. You ever heard of the Dixie Cups?
No.
Director Ang Lee is 69. Directed Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and Brokeback Mountain. Nice. Giorgio, you went to go see that.
You made me.
Have I ever used the term Dixie Cup on the air before in the early days of the ticket?
Gosh.
Fill in a Dixie Cup. Dwight Yoakam, 67. Greatness. Sam Raimi directed the Spider-Man films, is 64. He also directed something I watched recently. Weird Al Yankovic is 64 today.
All right.
Weird Al. Ryan Reynolds, the overrated actor, 47. Matthew Schultz of Cage the Elephant is 40. Former TV host Meghan McCain is 39. Wait, she's former? She's not on The View anymore? Amelia Clark from Game of Thrones is 37. Chichi Rodriguez, 88.
Wow,
And
he's still
Take its
going.
own.
Still going. That's not a nice thing to say about someone.
Yeah, I would have.
Doug Flouty is 61.
Heisman.
Wasn't he part of the game where the band was coming onto the field?
No.
that was Stanford.
He
Cal.
had the Hail Mary against Jimmy's Miami Hurricanes, and the coordinators thought the game was over for Miami, and so they were in the press box elevator coming down to the field as Flutie threw it 80 yards in the air to
Phelan.
Dwight Clark.
The guy's last name was
Michael
Phelan,
Crabtree.
wasn't it?
I think you're
Was it
right,
Michael Crabtree? Did he throw it to Michael Crabtree?
for a touchdown, and Jimmy was furious.
Jimmy's head exploded.
Yeah.
Wow. It was just like any other day for Jimmy.
Because
then.
his defensive coordinator wasn't in the press box for one of the signature plays in college football history.
Was it a great play by Flutie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 10 play in college football history?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. You're up to date.
Okay, thanks. That's Muse. But first, it was an off weekend for the Cowboys, and joining us now on the ticket hotline to talk about what he did this weekend is the owner and GM, Jerry Jones. Good morning.
Good morning, man. How are y'all doing? Good to be with you. Good to be on.
Yeah, good.
morning.
Did you have a good off weekend?
I did. I love our bye week. It gives me a chance to do other things, like figure out new ways to continue to not be a football guy. No, I have been working on our team, and I found a deserted barn out in Garland, and locked Mike McCarthy in it for the last 4 days with directions to find out a way to fix this Texas Coast offense.
Yeah.
He's got to fix it.
There's still some work to be done on that side of the ball, isn't there?
I know, and I told him, I said, Mike, you're not coming out until you do this. But I've been checking on him every day, leaving a water dish outside the door and opening the door a crack to look in to see his wide-eyed, dirt-smudged face begging me to let him out and talk to his family, swearing he won't tell anyone. But I'm going to keep him in there until he gets it all figured out. We want to beat Aaron Donald and them Rams.
Yeah, well, that's next up. And, there's been some upsets here the last couple of weeks, so it's not as if, you're right in there. You only got a couple of losses.
We're still in it. We're still in it. Only got a couple losses. There's a lot of positivity that we can focus on, and we will, but we don't when we do. And it is something that we do without in you today. But this is an exciting time to be a sports fan here in Dallas-Fort Worth, and I just encourage all those people who are all excited about them Rangers that if the Rangers win, that this really is kind of a win for the entire Metroplex.
Okay.
This is a win for all the sports franchises if they win the World Series.
Yeah.
So make sure you keep in mind that the Cowboys are still the king in Dallas-Fort Worth, and it's cute. If the Rangers win a World Series, it's cute if they win.
Cute.
But the Super Bowl is the most important event, and they will never win one of those.
Well, yeah,
But
I guess
if they win the World Series, then the Cowboys, in a way, win the World Series.
So that proves that you can win one without Jimmy if the Rangers win the World Series.
That is exactly right, and exactly what I'm driving towards.
Okay.
Speaking of Jimmy, I spent a lot of my free time this past week thinking about whether or not to put Jimmy Johnson in the Cowboys Ring of Honor, and I decided that it's time.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
It's time to keeping Jimmy out of the Ring of Honor. Hey, did you see old Rob Gronkowski subbing in for Jimmy on that NFL Fox studio show?
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Boy, that guy's dumber than a box of rocks, isn't he?
I don't know. I think he just kind of plays that part. I think he's probably smarter than that.
I think a pit bull could beat him in an essay writing contest. And it's a pretty tall order to be the dumbest guy on that panel when you got Terry Bradshaw sitting right next to him.
Yeah, that is kind of amazing.
But since he did fill in for Jimmy, I'm announcing that Rob Gronkowski is going into the Ring of Honor.
Okay, that's going to make Jimmy really mad.
The first non-cowboy up there.
He's going to get in there ahead of Jimmy. Because they feel that, and a lot of people think that I don't focus on football enough, and they think I spend all my free time at local strip clubs watching some old gal swinging her giant milkers around the small stage at me.
Okay. Jeez.
But that is not true. I do not spend all of my time doing that.
Okay. What do you spend it doing?
Well, I have to go home at night eventually.
Okay, you spend a lot of time doing that.
Then I head up there again for breakfast. That's the way it works. And I had this week I had to take my some of my kids, my legitimate ones, to the state fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had to put a leash on Jerry Jr. and take him to the state fair. He loves it. He loves that state fair.
Does he?
Yeah, and although when I'm not looking, he will eat stuff off the ground.
Oh, gosh.
That's too bad.
I got distracted talking to a few Cowboy fans. I looked down, and Jerry Jr. was eating out of an old diaper someone had thrown down there.
Oh,
gosh,
my, that's
Jerry.
terrible.
It was horrible. It was horrible. But, yeah, I have to keep a leash on him now because a couple of years ago he wandered off and clambered into one of them animal pens, and the goat chewed off one of his balls.
What a crazy story.
I know. Gene was worried that he wasn't going to be able to have kids, but as I reminded her, would that be such a bad thing? I'm kidding with you. He's given us 2 beautiful grandkids, and to tell you the truth, I love my grandkids more than I ever loved my own kids.
Oh, no.
Come
well,
on, Jerry.
I don't want to go on the air with that.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to go on the air with that.
okay, fair enough.
See old Taylor Swift at that Chiefs game?
How could
Yeah.
you not?
Getting that interest up there in the NFL. I got to do something to get Lady Gaga or Justin Bieber's out to start showing up at our games.
Beavers.
I mean, we got to do that. I heard people criticizing Taylor because she cheers when Travis maybe catches a ball for a 3-yard gain or something like that.
Yeah.
I will remind them that even now, at this stage, Taylor Swift understands more about football than I do.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, morning. There he goes. There goes Jarrah.
Thanks, Craig. We missed a random pop-up character today. Actually, we didn't miss it. We probably would have skipped this guy. Gay Ted Community.
Okay,
What
that's
kind
a
of voice
great
would he have
one.
had, George?
I don't know.
Smart.
That's one of my favorites. That's a top 10er right there.
I completely missed it.
I did too.
We mentioned the term gated community, but missed Gay Ted Community. Moving on now to a lot that goes on. Hey, Musers, I have some very important information on stuff, says P1 Matt. Number one is that hip-hoppers and rappers do very much do vinyl.
Okay.
So that genre of music also likes to put their stuff out on vinyl. P1 Matt says, my very Caucasian 17-year-old son is into all that. And artists like Kendrick Lamar are putting stuff out on vinyl. Also, he adds, I live in the Northeast, and bagels are much better here, but are still garbage. They need fixins. Boy, that's very Southern sounding. You got to put some fixins on your bagel. Fixins.
Yeah, cream cheese. I like honey on the bagel, too. I think that's good.
I don't know if I've ever tried that.
Yeah.
Honey on the bagel? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, a good bagel is good. I have had some bagels that are better than others. Okay,
A good
so
bagel
they're not
is
all
good.
they're not all trash, but they still primarily are best when they are a food delivery system. When you're sneaking blueberries inside them, or strawberries, or you're then smearing it with stuff.
That's the way Elf likes it, with the smear.
Yeah, you gotta go with a smear!
You got to yell it if you're Elf.
Right there!
P1DD says, do you remember Bagelstein's bagels on Spring Valley and Coit? Greatness back in the day. Yeah, that was in my old neighborhood. That was actually the first place I ever had a bagel. Was when I was a kid, And my best friend was a person who happened to be Jewish.
Okay.
Whatever the sensitive way of saying it. He's still my best friend to this day. And his family used to always go and get bagels. And so they took me to get bagels at Bagelstein's. And they loved educating the goy in me.
Yeah.
And I got pumpernickel. Well, I hate rye bread. I didn't know what pumpernickel was.
What's wrong with rye bread?
I can't stand whatever that taste is in rye bread. What is that?
I don't like it either.
Greatness.
Really? You like that taste?
Yeah, you bet.
I don't know what it is, but it's like sour and pickly or something. I don't know what's in there. See, I don't like pickles either, and it for some reason reminds me of that.
I don't like anything sour.
Not even Sour Patch Kids?
Nope.
That's one of our greatest vegetables.
No.
Sourdough bread isn't really sour.
Yeah, I'll eat it, but it's not my favorite bread. I'll choke it
Why
down.
would they call it sourdough bread if it wasn't sour?
I don't know, but
Okay.
I'm just saying.
It does have...
I wish we knew.
I'm very sensitive to sour, and it does have a hint of sour to it, to its taste.
Yeah.
Yes, it does have a little bit of sour in sourdough bread. But rye bread is right out for me.
Bring it on.
Ugh. Anyway, I had one bite of that pumpernickel bagel, and then I had to open the door of their Oldsmobile station wagon and not hurl, but get rid of it. Get rid of it.
What about
because I don't like rye bread. It wasn't anything with their bagels necessarily. I just didn't know what pumpernickel was. Oh, that sounds like a funny name. I'll try that one.
What about a bagel with a little egg and bacon in between?
Boy, that sounded... What happened?
I don't know.
Your voice went weird.
I was right between.
You
in
went
between and in
betwixt.
betwixt.
What? In between.
You sounded like the guy who's running the press conferences in the ALCS.
Okay, right over your boat.
What a difference in voices there are.
We're going to take one right in the back of your pouch.
P1 Bart says, yes, Gordon is a Chiefs fan. Welcome to Chiefs Kingdom. Oh, thank you, Bart. I'm glad to be part of, I was about to say Chiefs Nation, but I don't think that's right. Even though other people, fans of there's Cowboys Nation, right?
Everyone's got a nation now.
Yes, Taylor Swift totally got me into the Chiefs. I wasn't even aware it was a football team until I started watching for her, and then I started getting into the game and watching the team.
Good for you.
How many Chiefs can you name? So you're a big Chiefs fan.
Travis Kelce.
Okay.
Travis Kelce's friends.
Yeah, he's got a lot of friends on the team.
Fair enough.
Patrick Mahomes.
there you go.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yay! Okay.
Was that Patrick Mahomes saying yay? It sounded like him. The running back man is named Eric Dickerson.
Dan Marino.
Dickerson.
Dan
You
Marino?
sound like a pretty big Chiefs fan.
I'm a huge Chiefs fan. Lamar Hunt, the late great Lamar Hunt,
Passed away, no longer the owner.
He was the one who discovered the Chiefs.
Michael McDonald.
Yes.
And Michael McDonald.
No.
Bruce Springsteen.
No.
Elizabeth Taylor.
No.
whole
I'll have to
package,
look at the
but no.
roster. You might be right on that.
They should draft Elizabeth Taylor because she got the whole package.
Yeah.
Anyway. Some observations, Rangers observations from P1 Tom. He said they showed a guy in the middle of the game last night wearing an LSU hat and jersey. He should not have been allowed in the stadium.
That's the guy who caught the ball, right?
Yeah.
The home run.
Oh.
Do you like it or hate it? I kind of enjoy it when you have the odd outfit at a game that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I don't like it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't derive any enjoyment from it.
But, okay, so you sound like you're taking a different stance than I am here.
We were at the OU Texas game 2 weeks ago, and a guy walked by us wearing a Michigan State shirt.
Yes.
And I turned to my buddies and I said, Why do you
He's
wear that
repping Michigan State
to
at the
an
Cotton Bowl?
Oklahoma-Texas game?
Because Michigan State, I don't think that they've played a Texas OU game in forever, and he's wanting them to come back and play a Texas OU game.
If I went to the Ohio State-Michigan game, there's a 0% chance I'm wearing an Oklahoma shirt.
I love it. Makes the world crazier. P1 Tom says, I was so nervous that one time Tom Verducci interviews Dusty Baker, and at the end of the interview, he would say, "Thanks, Coach," and would slap him on the back, and Dusty would swallow his toothpick and start choking.
That toothpick makes me so nervous.
Yeah, because he folds it all the way into his mouth.
It will disappear, and then it'll pop out.
Works like a switchblade or something. Just pops out all of a sudden. Like Pop Claw from the boys.
Get caught in his hanging ball.
What?
The uvula that I had the operation on a few months back. It hurt like the dickens.
You had an operation on your uvula?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that now. What was wrong with your uvula?
It just had a little spot that my dentist thought should be removed.
They were worried. It was like preventative.
Yeah, just to make sure.
For cancer. What does the uvula do?
This controls our swallowing.
God, that sounded country.
I really don't trust your medical advice on that one.
What does the uvula do? During swallowing, the soft palate and the uvula move together.
See there? God, yes.
To close off the nasopharynx and prevent food from entering the nasal cavity.
There you go.
That's what it does.
And only women have uvulas? Is that right?
No, only men have Adam's apples.
I'm not sure that's correct.
All right. I heard this earlier in the show and had this thought, but held back from sharing it.
Oh, no.
Because I thought maybe I'm crazy. But then I got an email from Mike, and he had the same observation. So I don't know if Baldy has the audio of Evaldi's press conference that he gave after the game when he was talking. But if we could hear the first part of it, we played it at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
5:35. So I don't know. Do you have that in there?
I can get it. I think
Tyler may have it.
Tyler may have it.
Oh, Tyler was the one that played it. Okay.
Yeah, just whatever we played at 5:35.
Whatever we played at 5:35. Play the beginning of this and tell me who this sounds like.
I felt like at the beginning of the game I was rushing, trying to do too much out there as opposed to just locating my pitches.
Stop it. Who does that sound like?
I need more than that.
I saw the P1 said that Evaldi sounds like Killer.
It sounds like Competent Killer.
Competent Killer.
It sounds like Killer's gone to confidence school, and he's got his confidence back up and elocution lessons. Listen at the very beginning of it.
I felt like at the beginning of the game I was rushing, trying to do too much out there as opposed to just locating my pitches.
He has the same cadence and everything.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, that's exactly right. And
that was good, Killer.
I said that I didn't think that Garcia was hit on purpose, even though I understand exactly why the umps called it the way they called it, and there's being so much evidence saying it's a pretty weird time to do it. But when you look at that stat of that in the, what was it, 1,200 pitches that he's thrown.
Well, he's throwing the fastball.
Throwing the fastball, 1,200 fastballs against right-handed hitters. He's only hit 2 in close to 1,300 pitches.
Uh-huh.
Bitch.
I mean, that does kind of sway me a little bit. I mean, just at that particular time, that it happened to be that batter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if it just happened to be that game, that would have been strange. But that particular batter,
right.
Just so odd.
Yeah, like we've been saying, our gut is that was intentional. It just looked intentional.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
I know, but I want to believe the good in people and that he didn't intend to do that.
Hey, by the way, a few fans are saying, Astros fans are saying that the LSU jersey makes sense at an Astros game if it was a Bregman jersey, because that's where he went to school.
Oh, okay.
So I never saw if the guy had Bregman's number or whatever on the back, or his name on the back of the LSU jersey. That could be.
And then on the bronze name of Patrick Mahomes' kid,
That's his nickname.
Yes. That is his daughter's name is Sterling, and his son's name has been called Bronze in these news stories. But that is the kid's nickname because he's Patrick Mahomes III.
Oh, okay.
And so they call him Bronze because he's third.
Okay, so his name isn't Bronze.
Yeah.
His nickname is Bronze.
Right, that's what we're hearing. And his Mahomes' sister's name is Sterling, maybe? And so they named the daughter after her aunt.
Okay.
Right? And they also have dogs that are named Steel and Silver, according to P1D.
He may not take it in the shorts on the field, but he takes it in the shorts a lot at home.
What do you mean?
I mean, watch quarterback.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't think he has much time to himself.
Actually, I want to say that's from P1 with the very funny Twitter handle of Thick Saban. Thick, THICC. I love her handle there. So Bronze is a nickname.
He's the third.
Of sorts, because he is the third. So tonight, I've had many P1s have already sent me emails and messages begging me not to watch the game.
You have to watch it.
Because the 3 games that I did watch, the Rangers lost.
It doesn't matter. And I wonder if Ranger fans are more suspicious or superstitious than any other fan base.
No, I think every fan base is
every team
equally
has this?
superstitious. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. And it's one of those deals that they all know it's BS.
Yeah.
But you just want to
please,
make sure...
Gordon, please do not watch that game. I know it's BS and it's stupid, but please, anything you can do to help.
There's a guy who called Diamond Talk last night, still taking responsibility for what happened to Nelly in right field in 2011.
Guess who was there for that game?
Courage.
Yeah, you were.
You were. I'll be damned. Maybe it is a thing. Maybe it's one of the worst deals we've ever had.
They blew 2 3-run leads.
Yes.
You have to.
Didn't you look over at me like right before Nelly missed that ball, and I had my eyes rolled back in my head and everything, and it looked like I was channeling something?
Talking to you, Gordon.
You have to watch those so we can have your observations tomorrow morning in the O-Day.
Why? They're all idiotic observations.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It's like a little kid asking questions about a game that you guys know about.
True.
Yes, it's idiotic and they're ridiculous, but it's a fun segment.
Fun.
Okay, well, I'm not sure where you stand on me right now. All right, the end.
All right, thank you. That's the corner.
Get the Steak Podcast at patreon.com/sportsgreek.
Once again, The Ticket presents Why Today Doesn't Suck.
This guy sucks.
And now, here are your hosts, Sean Bass and David Mino. Let's go!
LFG. It's a Victory Monday on the Sweet Spot. Sean Bass, David Mino. Special thanks to P1 of the day, of the week, probably the month, Amy Hall.
Yes.
The Rangers fan who got hit in the head by Jonah Heim's home run for joining us.
What a sweetheart.
And at 2:57, here's Grand Ham.
Thank you, Mino. E.T.'s Market and Bakery and Sante Center for Healing brings you baseball or basketball, Monty.
Thank you so much, Ham. We say hello to
You're
the
welcome.
hard line, or do we? I see Dave. Unhatted Dave.
Corby's sucking up to Cat right now.
Yeah, figures.
Hey, Mr. Cat.
Can we please go to Houston for the game?
Do you like the Rangers, too?
I do. I love Megadeth.
The louder, the better, I say.
I like Big Brother, too.
Cannibal Corpse is so much better than Isbell.
Can you believe West Ham lost?
I kind of want to turn on the mic and hear Line 4 guy and Ham over here talking.
How about that Josh Green deal, Monty?
Man, how about that? Mavs, huh?
Good money, huh?
Yeah.
I was a little worried at how far they were going to go.
Nah, 3 for 41 is very manageable.
It should be 4 for 80.
You know what?
Just give him 20 a year.
If you would have thrown out...
It's our Josh.
But they did a 4 for 72 or something. I suppose he would have shrugged and said, "Oh, well, I guess it's the NBA."
Norse.
That's the cost of doing business in the NBA these days.
Nobody's allowed to question any NBA contract because you just don't understand the economics of the sport, old man.
Bird rights, bro.
Of course.
Right.
Norse.
Yeah, Norse.
Yeah, as long as it wasn't to Dwight Powell, the worst thing to ever happen to the Mavs.
Yeah, we get EA to. Did EA sign off on the Josh Green deal?
Man.
Yeah, he's done plenty today.
No.
Yeah.
The pump up speech.
He's won the show for us today.
You guys called it the bedroom?
No, we didn't call into the EA wank dungeon.
You don't know that.
I mean, you say he has snore neck.
Really
He also has.
really isn't a far leap.
The EA Spank Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of has spank face.
He's got more postcards
Leave him
in that
alone.
room at
What?
DFW Airport.
God.
He won the game for the Rangers
Yeah.
last night.
I know.
He called in.
Yeah, I know he won.
We replayed it today.
He needs to use Blue Chew just to turn himself on.
Okay.
That's why Adoli's put a CPAP on
I'm
when he
sure
rounded
there's
the
a lady
bases.
EA out there somewhere.
Shea.
Hot for every lid.
Oh,
I love
EA.
EA.
We love EA. Norse. Well, today is Monday, October the 23rd, the 296th day of 2023. Speaking of EA, 69 days left in the year.
Very nice.
Gross.
You don't like
Not as gross as Randy.
An upside down embrace.
EA would have to be the 6. If he was the 9,
We
he'd
just
be catching a
get the
body.
birthdays. Leave EA alone.
I can say it as a fellow 6.
Corgi, actually.
a corgi, actually.
SEAL Team 6.
I won't stand for this.
On this date in 1910, Blanche S. Scott.
Blanche.
They found like the most prototypical old lady 1910 name.
Is there
Blanche
a hot
Scott.
Blanche?
Yeah.
That was the Golden Girls, the whore grandma.
Yeah, the
But like
slut granny.
currently between the age of
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a cool
25
name.
and 35, is there an attractive Blanche?
I bet you Blanche is making a comeback.
Yeah.
That sounds like a name that would be trendy. So there's
did that
probably
a
like a
lot,
hot
yeah.
kindergartner right
What?
now.
Oh!
What? Girls are cute.
Mark that.
I'm about to shut down the whole league.
Well, we're in the trust tree.
No.
We're in the trust
This
tree.
is more collusion.
No.
No.
It is.
So Blanche Scott became the first woman to make a public solo airplane flight, reaching an altitude of how many feet would you guess? She got?
12.
600.
That's ridiculous.
She couldn't get the throttle high enough.
24.
She ran into a basketball goal.
She had the left-hand turn signal on the whole time.
Right.
We can go ahead and play the thing for Corby if you'd like.
No.
It was exactly 12 feet.
Shut up.
She went 12 feet in the air.
It was 1910. What do you expect?
That is so awesome.
She just cleared the hoop.
It's a good omen
She
for the
just
Rangers
cleared
right there.
the peach basket.
Yeah, the cruising altitude of 12 feet.
Yeah, but then she started looking in the mirror, putting her eyeliner on.
Yeah. Had to stop and ask for directions.
Was she going to the vacuum store?
Let's see. In 1993, Toronto Blue Jay Joe Carter wins the World Series for the Jays by whacking a ninth-inning home run.
That's one of the greatest moments ever.
Off the wild thing.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Kind of an underwhelming call. Because we watched that.
Yeah,
we watched
saw
it before
earlier
the
today.
show, and it's like, home run, game's over.
Season over.
From the Jays?
Blue Jays.
Or from-
champions again. It was
or from the TV?
I think it was the national feed.
Yeah.
Okay. See you next year.
On this date in 1998, American singer Britney Spears released her first single, Baby One More Time.
Yes.
And everything was great from then on.
Free Britney.
I don't remember a single knife in that video either.
Yeah.
Is it your birthday, Britney?
Did you see the video that surfaced of her auditioning for The Notebook?
Can't wait to say that later.
Mark Corby and also Mark Ham.
You're like Rhea Perlman.
Like, she almost got the role that Rachel McAdams had.
No.
Anyway, just a little fun fact that I thought
look
you'd
that
want to
up.
know.
No, I don't think any
Spears,
of us had.
The Notebook.
But I also forgot about her getting into a full-on fist fight with Victor Wembanyama too in the summer.
Yeah,
it's true.
Wasn't there a porn version of that?
Go on.
What was it called?
The Nut Book.
I guess I'll just aim over there.
Oh, those aren't tears.
Get in the water.
She just holds up a copy of The Outsiders with a shield. In 2001...
Look, Bob, it's the brotherly shove.
In 2001, Apple introduced the iPod.
It'll never work.
A portable media player that became one of the most successful and revolutionary products of the early 2000s.
Well, the hard line was
The
rocked
iPod not working now?
by the iPod.
God. The tool of the cool.
No.
He shunned it, and then he got 6 of them.
Yeah. He realized you could put the entire Steely Dan catalog onto one of them.
Right.
Even Asia?
Right.
What? We used an iPod for returns until 2019.
This is a bootleg of the
like an
Lost
old
Guy.
iPod.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson was on the Mavs when we were still using an iPod. On this day in 2009, President Barack Obama declared the swine flu outbreak a national emergency. Remember that hoax?
Oh, a national emergency.
The Chinese hoax.
Yep. They were getting ready to...
Chinese
lessen the water
pigs.
to
Full
keep-
blown.
Yeah. They sent their Chinese pigs over to get us all
He
sick.
should have referred to the Constitution.
You guys get that 3G vaccine back then?
3G.
And on this date in 2019, All-Star point guard Kyrie Irving scored 50 points, setting a new NBA record for points on a debut with a new team. And then he broke that record with the Mavs, leading them to a Western Conference Finals appearance. Got Josh Green paid.
That's this year.
Do you think that 42 wins will be first in the West?
Doubt it.
Okay.
I'll dye my hair black if it's not. And get a mohawk.
I'll dye Justin's hair black and shave his mohawk.
Yeah.
I'll comb his mohawk.
I'll bet one strip of Monty's chest hair.
I only got one strip, bro. Pretty barren. I'm pretty hair barren.
Little landing strip for old Monty.
Just a little dinner roll. That's all I got.
And the Rachel Starr tattoo.
I have to get it.
You know what I'm talking about.
I have to get it erased.
Bob, you know.
You know what we're talking about, Bob?
I don't. I'm trying to follow.
He only knows about Mia Khalifa.
Oh,
That's true.
Yeah.
Greatness.
He likes her early work.
She was canceled too, right?
Yeah.
She picked a side.
She's pro.
I mean,
she's pro Hamas.
she was a porn star.
Is that how she got canceled?
Yeah. She's like you. She loves
Me?
Hamas.
Way to go!
You love Altuve and Hamas.
I pitched an Altuve segment, and the response from DJ was, "You want to do a Hamas segment too?"
Well, now that you mention it.
So what did y'all do one?
Yeah, it was pretty hot.
Did you open up the phone lines for that one?
Yeah. Pro or no?
Yeah, just do screenless on that. It'll be great. P1 birthdays today. Monty, WTDS at gmail.com. I missed this one on Friday. Bob covered me, but we'll do it again. Today, or Friday, was the 53rd birthday of Quinn. He did not get woken up in that special way because of 25 years of marriage. His heroes are Bob, Corby, and
Obviously.
Donnie Doo.
Donnie Doo.
When the Eskimo gets here.
Everyone is going around to him.
Please wish
on,
Marcus
without.
a 29th birthday. His leaders are the Sweet Spot. Drop
within.
request. Please play the McConaughey wheel, then whatever Ham wants.
That's dangerous.
We'll load it up.
All right.
Oh, Fahey.
Well, off Mike Fahey.
I hope he's doing well.
Yep.
Just farting.
Farting and laughing about it.
He did that quite a bit from what I remember in the control room. Also, Harry is turning 41 today. He says he wants to make everyone uncomfortable and play the Facundo drop from Norm.
All right.
If we know it's coming, it's not as drastic, right?
Yeah, just play it at a random time, Ham.
Yeah, just wait until mid-birthdays. All right, birthdays today. Ang Lee is 69. He did Brokeback. And Hulk.
Film. An important film.
The great Ang Lee.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Hell yeah.
All the best movies. Turning 67 today, Dwight Yoakam.
Doyle Hargraves.
Explains the open.
The great Doyle.
God.
He had a minor role in Wedding Crashers at the very beginning. Martin Luther King III, 66.
What was he in Wedding Crashers?
He was at the very beginning when they were like doing divorce proceedings
Lawyer
or
stuff?
something. Yeah.
Okay.
Turning 64 today. I wish Ty was still here.
Worse.
Sorry, Lando.
Sorry, yeah. I think Lando's doing
Just
great.
for this only.
Jeez.
For this only. Because today is Weird Al's.
What?
Legendary.
We have a Game 7 to go to the World Series on Weird Al's birthday.
He can listen to Eat It while Max Scherzer's on the mound.
Another good omen for the Rangers, knowing what we know about Ty.
Yeah.
He's
Indeed.
very good omen.
Ty has never texted me once in his life, but today I got a reminder about Weird Al's birthday.
He's got priorities now.
Well, happy birthday, Ty.
Turning
How's
64.
the transition going?
Pretty good. To Tyrene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sam Raimi, the director of the early Spider-Mans and Evil Dead. Also 64, Nancy Grace.
Look at that baby.
She's still doing her Nancy stuff?
I don't think she's got a show, right?
Smoking California weed with California horse.
Like, what was her show? Is it about...
It's on headline
She
news,
was-
right?
yeah.
But it was all the salacious stuff, right?
California horse.
California Norse.
Horse.
I said a horse.
So like a kid is kidnapped.
Smoking California
Yeah.
weed
Caribbean
with
or something.
California.
Horse.
Yeah. A lot of Natalie Holloway stories.
Yeah, she would go down to like Barbados and do her show.
Down hit your ball in the gorse.
I think he did it. I think he
Good
killed her.
weed, bad bitch.
I want to hear what else EA's got. Fake EA.
She kind of looks like one of the Gap girls. Remember that Farley did?
Oh.
Yes. The donut hut slut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I have one of your French fries?
Don't touch my fries.
Kind of does look like Chris Farley.
Turning 59 today, Robert Trujillo. The
Oh, what a good
Metallica.
dude.
Yes.
The nicest guy in Metallica.
Street anger. Love it.
He was pro Napster, right?
Although Kirk was probably pretty nice. They both seem caught in a difficult relationship.
Yeah. Lars doesn't seem like
Mommy
a chill
and Daddy
dude.
often fight. They're just passing the roles back and forth.
My leader for medical advice, turning 54 today, Sanjay Gupta.
The great Sanjay Gupta.
Oh, no doubt.
Luke, you should turn to the dark side of the horse.
He's helping us live a better life.
He is. God, what if he was like your general practitioner? That'd be pretty cool. Yes, you can touch my balls.
Hey, Sanjay, get your thumb out of there.
You're,
You use the whole fist?
you're asking for a
Use the whole
prostate
fist.
exam
Yeah.
every time.
Right, just do it, Doc.
And
do
he
it
gets
again.
fisted.
Aren't you complaining about an earache, Mr. Davidson?
Uh-huh. Down there.
Radiating
Oh! There it is.
Taking it back.
Turning 47 today, Ryan Reynolds.
So
he is
hot.
a sports owner.
That's the hardline zone.
Did
Good
Daddy,
guy.
Did Daddy book him for
I
you?
would let him kiss me.
He did not.
Daddy got him.
He did not.
Daddy got Rob McElhenney and The Rock.
He was doing the Super Bowl Deadpool tour, and we were the last one of the day, and he was still awesome. Awesomely nice.
That's a hardline zone.
And overly handsome.
He's a Griffey guy for me,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
for sure. Let's see. Turning 37 today, Amelia Clark.
Daenerys.
Yes, Khaleesi.
What else has she been in?
He
Anything?
was in a Terminator movie.
Is she any good at non-Game of Thrones?
Non-dragon related
Yeah,
shows.
does she always have a dragon with her?
She
No,
has
it's
to.
not in her contract. She's always in dragon things. Oh, she was in a Marvel thing recently.
Mark that, please.
Generic. A Marvel
That's
thing.
That's every movie.
The show, the Secret Invasion show.
Works.
Turning 24 today,
10-1 here on the ticket.
Bella Delphine. She's the YouTube chick that farted and sold it to her fans.
How much did she make?
A lot. She had to go to the hospital because she ate too many beans.
Never hurt me.
It's musical fruit.
Yeah, but were you going literally 50 times an hour to sell to your little...
Do you think P1s would
fans?
buy my farts? Like, is that...
Yes.
Like we set
Is that
you
an
up a
untapped
booth,
market?
How would you present
I think
You
it's
don't know until you try.
rather untapped, Dave. Yes.
You just crack open the mason jar and you can hear one. Like, oh, that's a Davy.
Yeah.
This one sounds like Tuesday.
recordings, maybe. Make a Davey farting Patreon.
I call this one Trader Joe's.
I call this one Enchilada Night.
Subscribe to my Only Farts.
Sports birthdays, we have Doug Flutie.
Only fart.
What's that thing that he does with... Who is it? Frank Thomas?
Flutie Flakes?
No, to get y'all horned up.
Drop kicks?
Eugenics? Good.
Yeah.
Probably nothing good.
God, I'm horny, Doug.
Probably
Me too,
stuff that
Frank.
doesn't work.
Doesn't work, yeah.
Probably stuff that doesn't work.
They're always just throwing footballs around.
Nope, they're soft as a spaghetti noodle.
And she'll like it, too.
Al Leiter, 58. LeVar Ball, 56.
Meddlesome dads.
Remember him?
I know this guy. Black dude.
Bill O'Brien, 54. The Ticket's own KG, Kyle Gibson, 36.
Almost
we
Kyle
talked to him,
Gass.
I know. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
No, you
Good
remember
dude.
when you almost talked to him?
He told us that they all know about the Castellanos thing, and they think it's great. And Nick Bosa, Lib, 26.
Noted lib.
Yeah.
Libs.
Born on the St. Now Dead.
Of course.
Grant Imahara, who Ham has here as the Asian guy from Mythbusters. Michael Crichton, he wrote Jurassic Park.
God, he's made all our lives so much better.
Isn't the Asian guy on Mythbusters always wearing safety goggles?
Look where he turned up.
Just very safe with his eyewear.
He should have had like a full suit on, apparently. John Heisman.
Changed his name to rhyme with Theismann.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Carson. And Pele.
Is Doc here tonight?
Wait a minute. I feel like we just heard from Johnny Carson. Let's check back in with him.
Doc's not here tonight.
Hop down there, Johnny.
Sounds just like Line 4 guy.
And dead on the Stay Still Dead
Joan Embry from the San
is
Diego Zoo.
Bobby, the 31-year-old dog that died today.
No.
31.
That is apparently a world record. And it wasn't even a little dog. It was a big dog.
So in human years, that's 200 years old.
It's the Lazarus of puppy dogs.
By age 20, that thing was just begging for a revolver to his temple.
Just hanging on to see who would win the ALCS.
That dog was older than Adolis Garcia.
Hey, the dog saw a Cowboys Super Bowl.
Way to make it relatable, David.
It's all baseball. Bye, Monto. Bye, Four.
Broadcasting
Bye,
live from the
Bye.
TXU Energy.
And here's Dave.
All right, well, we had a big box office battle over the weekend as it was week 2 of Taylor Swift The Eras Tour and opening weekend for Killers of the Flower Moon.
Starring Jason Isbell. Lando saw it.
Bingo.
I did.
And?
It's a really good movie. It's going to make you hate people. There's such a horrible story.
Yeah.
I read the book, dude.
It's about racist people.
It's horrible.
Greedy,
white people
racist
suck.
people.
We do. History, I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, you need to hear about it.
All right, so do you have
Whiteys,
a prediction on
bitches.
who won the weekend?
Yeah, Taylor Swift probably won the weekend.
Yes.
Over a 3.5-hour period piece.
So Taylor Swift for week 2 did $33.2 million. So the domestic total, 132 for Taylor Swift. It is the highest grossing concert film of all time. Already. And Killers of the Flower Moon did pretty well, all things considered. $23.25 million.
Yeah, for a 3.5-hour movie, even though it's star-studded.
Yeah, it's
and
longer.
Scorsese.
It's longer than Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
if that gives you a frame of reference. But exit scores, audience scores are really good. So the cinema score for Killers of the Flower Moon, A-. And so Scorsese, now obviously cinema score hasn't been around that long, but Scorsese has only ever had 3 A grades.
So, I mean,
Where are you reading this? Rotten Tomatoes?
Can you give me a year when Cinema Score came along?
Gosh. I mean, I'm 90s sometime.
All right, so Goodfellas.
Yes.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Nope.
It didn't?
The Departed?
Yes. Yeah, so Killers of the Flower Moon, The Departed, and Goodfellas are his only A scores.
Snatch?
Yeah. Not Snatch. He didn't do Snatch.
Dave, are you able to listen to hear about that movie and not think about Echo and the Bunnymen?
Yeah, I don't think about The Killing Moon.
You don't?
No, it never occurred to me until you just said
Me
that.
either.
But now I will always think of that.
Yeah.
I kind of want Echo in the movie.
Yeah, that'd be a good closing credits tune. By the way, Taylor Swift was at the Chiefs-Chargers game on Sunday. I don't know if you saw that.
Kill me.
She was in a box with Mahomes' family.
Go sit in the stands, lady.
And she and Brittany Mahomes even have a choreographed high five that they busted out after a Chiefs touchdown.
All right. I'm done.
Oh.
Is this now the Kanye of Enews?
Of life.
The Russell Crowe.
Not.
And
I'm done. I just can't handle her anymore at these events and being shown. And
Trailer had their first PDA as they were photographed at a post-game party with her kissing him on the cheek.
No, he wasn't grinding on her in the corner.
No, he didn't ever bend over a chair.
Whoa!
Get over here, baby.
What if she takes a knee during an NFL game?
Do you think he could break her in half?
God, please.
That, like they just pan up to the box and she's on a knee during the anthem.
What an insufferable next week of broadcasting is talking about the Taylor Swift knee.
And then all the Swifties follow her.
And what would be better is if they invited her to perform the anthem at Arrowhead and she performed it on a knee.
Yes.
Wow, there's so many options here. The scriptwriters, get back to work. End your strike.
And don't be childish, Dave, about your sex questions.
I mean, he is a chiseled mountain of a man.
Well,
she is a waif.
They all have girlfriends.
He's
all these people
tender.
do. Yeah, he's a tender man.
You think he's a tender lover?
I don't know.
Why is that so ridiculous to you?
Well, you think he's like a caveman?
Yes. Well, he does like the Cabbage Patch in bed.
Who knows?
Wafy.
Yeah. All right. We have good news. Maybe this is the good news that Houston deserves, and then they'll get bad news later.
Ooh, I like it.
Like, this is the good news, and then they'll get bad news, because you have to soften the blow with some good news. So the good news is Mary Lou Retton is back home.
Oh, good.
She has been released from the ICU for severe pneumonia. So she spent 2 weeks in the ICU. She was reportedly fighting for her life, had to be intubated, couldn't breathe on her own. But she is back home, and the crowdfunding campaign, because she was uninsured, raised more than $450,000. I don't know how much 2 weeks in the hospital costs. Is it $450,000?
Unless you have like Medicare or whatever, you're old. I can't imagine doing something like that and not having insurance.
I know.
Is there, is it a bad idea to say our Olympic?
Shouldn't Olympic veterans have some kind of universal health care?
Like forever?
Yeah. Like you win a gold, you can get on Obamacare for free.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but it is kind of ridiculous. Why not all athletes? It has to be Olympians just because they serve?
Well, they're not.
They're not Army veterans.
No, but nobody's saying they are.
Sounds like you are.
No, but here's the thing: when you're an Olympic athlete for our country, you're representing us at a very high level, and you're probably in a sport that does not make their athletes insanely rich.
And you probably do a lot of damage to your body in training.
Yes, you're willing to make that sacrifice. You could be an attorney or something like that, but you've decided to be an Olympian for the U.S., so maybe we could help her out for 2 weeks in the hospital.
So I wonder how many endorsements she had back in the 80s when she was it.
I mean, there was Wheaties.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
She had to have done. She had to have made
Tampax or something.
Dave,
why are you saying that? Why
is
couldn't that have been Carl
first
Lewis?
thing that a woman could possibly represent?
It was the 80s.
Hey, this is Carl Lewis for Tampax. Put your tampons in, ladies. That was a really bad
That's not
impersonation.
Carl
Your period's
Lewis
really fast. Faster than me.
Whoa.
Okay.
You have the fastest periods of all time. What do you have a fast period?
Anyway.
Are your periods faster faster than me? Stupidest sentence ever.
And then they
Wait,
just
what?
sit back and giggle.
Did Carl Lewis just ask if my period was faster?
Britney Spears
What the hell is going on?
is continuing to promote her
music back up. Jeez.
She is continuing to promote her memoir. And this is the latest bit of promotion that she's doing. That they revealed that she was a finalist.
Put your tampons in.
For the role of Allie Hamilton in The Notebook.
Yeah, I just said that in
Why Did It Suck?
Of her auditioning for The Notebook.
There you go. Yeah,
There
so
you go.
it was 2004. She was 21. And so this is the height of her fame, right? And so she read for this with the casting director. And the casting director says that she was ahead of Claire Danes, Scarlett Johansson, and Jessica Biel for the role before she ended up losing out to Rachel McAdams. And so you want to hear a little bit of her performance?
I do.
For 7 years, no matter what I did, I couldn't get you out of my mind. And then I met Lon, and I told him I'd marry him, and I want to marry him. I really do, but then I saw your picture in the paper, and I knew I had to see you again because we never really finished things, not really. And now I'm here, and it's like, I feel so much, and all these adulthood feelings have come back, and I don't know, but I still love Lon, and I'd never break off our marriage. I would never do that. But basically, all I want to do is crawl in a hole and stay there for the rest of my life.
So there's no point to that? You just wanted to play audio?
Yeah, I just wanted to play audio that you demanded.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
and what that would have changed the trajectory of her whole life. Like, she's never been in a movie, right? Like that.
Well, she
you would have
said
got The Notebook.
She later starred in a movie, Crossroads. I don't remember. I guess it was a star-making turn for her. And so she said that she was glad that she didn't get The Notebook because when she did Crossroads, she really tried to do method acting and really become the character, and she couldn't figure out how to break out of character. Kind of haughty.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think it would have been a weird casting decision because all you would see up there was Britney.
Right. And
Yeah.
I didn't know who Rachel McAdams was, and she was great in that movie. She was
Okay,
awesome.
and
I love her. I love her to
lastly,
death. I love her, bro.
Lastly, it was a big night at the Greek Theater on Saturday night, as it was the Best Night of Your Life 2, a charity benefit show. And the headliner was Snoop Dogg. And the day before, I guess Friday, was Snoop's birthday. Snoop just turned 52.
Yeah.
And so he was joined on stage by Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. And they sang happy birthday to him. They brought out a 3-tiered cake with sparklers on it. And then Snoop lit a joint off one of the sparklers. And then they performed this hit.
Boats and hoes, I gotta have me and my boats and hoes. The Nina Pizza on the Santa Maria. I do you at the bottom while you're drinking sangria. Nachos, lemon heads, my dad's folks. You won't go down cause I can float. We sail around the world and go port to port. Every time I produce a quart. Put on your life vest, let's drop anchor. There's a nice little who I like to spank up. Boats and hoes, I gotta have me and my boats and hoes. Boats and hoes, I gotta have me and my boats and hoes.
Yeah, and then,
that is awesome.
And then,
oh my god,
and then
I had no idea.
Then they turned it into a medley of gin and juice.
That's so great.
So Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly were up there doing gin and juice with Snoop. It was awesome.
Friggin' brilliant, man. Yeah. I hope those two never, ever, ever leave us.
All right.
At 3, I guess.
That is your E-News.
All right, good stuff, Dave. Evan Grant is live
good stuff, Carl
from
Lewis.
Minute in Carl Lewis. Yeah. So before we get to EA, I was telling you guys that a couple of dudes that I talked to last night said that they couldn't watch the game last night because they were gutted from Friday. Like, they literally could not watch the game because that's one of those moments. Again, if they end up winning, then that Friday night's going to go away after tonight if they win. They lose, it's going to stick with you forever, and it's going to be part of the story of the sad sack Dallas sports scene. But Paul said, because I'm like, you still got to watch. Even though you're gutted, you got to watch. He says it's common for people to not watch because it's too much. My dad is like that, and I'm on a Rangers text group with 10 people, and 4 of us couldn't watch yesterday because it gets us too worked up with anxiety and panic. We just gave scoring updates via text. That's so weird.
See, I don't think that would help my anxiety to hide from the game. Like, I can't read a book. I can't watch a TV show. All I would be thinking about is what's happening right now.
And that's all you're doing is waiting for the next update. So what's the difference?
I don't know.
Like, could they not watch... What if this was a one-game series? Or just like football, one game. Could you watch that? Could they not watch the Cowboys play in the playoff game against the Niners? Or is this different? Does this keep building to where it just rips you out?
Yeah, and what's interesting is the sport I'm probably more familiar with is football. I think probably all 3 of us would say that. And watching high-leverage football games, even those involving teams we care about, does not feel nearly as stressful as this.
I mean,
this is so stressful to watch these playoff baseball games, and I can't fully explain why.
That bottom of the 8th, the bases loaded situation.
Yes.
I couldn't. I mean, I was literally looking away.
Yeah. Like
football doesn't have that kind of sustained anxiety like that.
And you're not even you don't even have a TV channel that allows you to watch the game in the regular season.
Right.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, I'm a day tripper. I admit it.
But I know, but you're still feeling that way.
But I'm a lifelong Ranger fan. I've been on board since I moved here in 1980.
But I mean, think about Sean and Ty. I always go back to Sean and Ty. And Jamie Newberg. Right? Jamie Newberg, Sean Bass, Ty Walker. Those are the people that I'm cheering for more than anyone because that's what they love more than anything. Anything. Ham, is this your favorite sport?
Yes, without question.
DJ?
100%.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
More than Iowa football? With that offensive juggernaut that you guys roll out every week?
I prefer baseball right now.
You know, the other thing that I am kind of amused to see periodically, like on Twitter, is people who are now showing the effects of a month of this. Like, they're exhausted. They're tired. They kind of want it to be over, but they also don't want to give in and concede that the Rangers won't win it all. So they're willing to hang in there and still be tired constantly and still be exhausted and stressed. Like, this is totally the Mavs playoff run, 2 months of this, the Stars runs. I mean, it's such a different experience than the NFL playoffs, which can often be win a game, win another game, and now you're in the Super Bowl. And it's kind of still on the same time cycle. But this is day after day after day after day of stress.
Again, for me, the equivalent of that type of stress level would be if Oklahoma and Texas played 7 games in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and like you really wanted the Rangers to win last night, but the argument against it is, well, at least it'll be over and we can have our lives back. Okay, now they're going Monday. Really, 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 really want them to win tonight, but if they don't, we can get our lives back. So it's funny to see people now looking like they are sleep deprived and they just kind of. They see both sides at least.
And even if you do win and you're in the World Series, you know what could happen there.
And now it starts all over again.
Yes,
and
you
build
could get
to Friday, and
you would be destroyed, literally destroyed, if they lose another World Series. And who knows how they could lose that? What?
Okay, do we have time for EA?
Let's go EA. EA gave us a victory speech, right? Like. Was this
on Work in Progress yesterday?
This was from Sunday.
Okay, yeah.
Did they call his bedroom?
He was in studio for this one.
He wasn't making postcards?
This catapulted,
Stop it.
This catapulted the Rangers to victory yesterday.
Ranger fans, we are at a crossroads of despair, depression, anxiety, and destruction.
What?
The Astros of Houston have come in and sucked our souls and left us breathless on the floor. And they tell us it's over. But It's not. Not close. This team all season long has defied everyone. Everyone tells us we were not meant to go to the playoffs, but we're here. They said you will not win 90 games, but we're here. They said you won't go to the ALCS, but guess what? We're here. Look into my eyes. The fire that burns is in this team, a team of destiny. We will go into that city that's called a swamp, the armpit of Texas, with the smells and the mosquitoes, to face evil, because they are evil. And we are a team of greatness, of good. We will exercise the playoff demons right now with Garcia, Seager, and of course, the chosen one, Evan Carter. We will go into Houston, and tonight and tomorrow, the Texas Rangers will win the ALCS. Let's go!
And then you have 12 hours to wait before first pitch. Like, that's one of those that needs to be like right before the game.
Boy, I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that in his soft palate.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what else there is to do, guys.
Well, we have Monday Night Football, and so everybody stay tuned to the ticket.
Oh, yeah.
So watch the Rangers, but have Monday Night Football on your radio.
Yeah.
Just one earbud in.
Yeah, and that's all we're asking out of you. We get out early every Monday for Monday Night Football, so
Diamond Talk.
Check that out. Diamond Talk will be after football, and good luck to you tonight, boys. Good luck. Good luck in there, team.
Let's do this.
Why not?
Come on.
Why not have more fun, right? It seems simple.
Ted
Not too
Cruz
much
is
to
in the
ask.
house. It's
Find
a good
a way.
sign.
Yeah.
Find a way or make a way, boys.
Yep.
Got to do it.
All right, y'all have a very safe and pleasant Monday evening, and we will do it again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Let's go!